Listen, I've met a lot of great guys out there. I've met a lot of great guys. It's very sad, the rap industry, but we got a new guy named Boch, and he's very, very good. Yeah. It's officially the worst album of all time. Yours truly. Yeah. I just got out another rehab clinic, that's an admission. There's a lot of shit I haven't addressed, an active addiction. So come on, sit back and listen. I'm not a mathematician, but it's chalk and adding up all the plastic cups that I'm pissed in. All the staff and clinicians asking about prescriptions, having a chat about my past habits or bad decisions.
All right, we're back. Free solo. These don't happen that much, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll notice I'm dressed to the nines in a knockoff Tommy Shelby basically outfit. Just came from church. Just came from a confirmation from my niece. Congratulations to Ada Lucis. And let me say one thing about church. And I know we get a lot of Irish Catholic listeners to this podcast. Church sucks. Like, church sucks. Like, the place stinks. Like, I don't know how to get around it. Like, you know, I like making fun of like the Christian churches. Like, it's all like new wave, but it's like, that seems actually pretty fun. Like, this place is like, kneel, stand, kneel, tell me what to do. And it's like, the music is fucking brutal. Like, let's just start with the music. The music is trash. Okay. Let's start to use some creativity. How many times can we use hallelujah in a song? I mean, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. First of all, sing with this hymn. Like, no, I don't want to. How do you like that? You know, I want to sing like fucking Tomorrow by Silverchair, you know, or I want to sing like Garden by Pearl Jam. You know what I mean? Like, it would be awesome. I'm gonna start a new church where they just start playing like 90s grunge music. That would be a fucking church that I'd be down with. You know, get down with that fucking place. I think my mic's a little hot. That's fine. These are always weird to do the solo ones because it's like, you know, usually you're bumping ideas off of the people that are on the podcast and then they react and then you have something to react to. The solo mission, difficult, you know? I've been watching that. There's a great 4-part series on HBO right now called The Dark Wizard. I don't know if you've seen this. If you haven't seen it, I'm not really going to give too much away, but, well, I probably am. But got to watch it. Dean Potter was like the original fucking badass climber. The Dark Wizard, if you will, is what they called him. Imagine being like such a badass, having depression and such a badass climber and like base jumper. They call you the Dark Wizard. Like, I was thinking like, what would they call me? Like, it'd be like, oh, the light ass jester, like the fucking, you know, pussy jester, like loser, you know, like there's like no words. Cause it's like that whole thing with like, when it was like, I remember watching Dances with Wolves. It's like stands with fists, you know, it's like, I don't know, like, what would mine be? Like, barters, you know, like, for cheese with people, you know, that would be like, barters with cheese with people would be like my thing. They'd be like, you could go over in there and negotiate some cheese, I think. That would be my worth to, like, the tribe, you know? Not like fiery arrow, you know what I mean? They'd be like, you don't even know how to fucking shoot an arrow. Like, I'd be like helping the women cook. I feel like that would be my station. I'd probably just be murdered like early on in a Indian tribe. Anyways, back to the show. It's fucking unbelievable. I've said this a million times. I'm fascinated by shit that I can't do that I'm like, or that I don't even want to do. Like, I'm fascinated by people who climb huge mountains by themselves, which is a wildly selfish endeavor. I don't even know what the point of it is. Like, I guess the point is like it was there, so I climbed it. But it's like essentially Alex Honnold's also in this. You might know him from the person of Free Solo El Cap. All these guys are fucking autistic or fucked up. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, they're all absolute fucking just 10-cent head people who were outliers and just happen to be built for like climbing mountains. Essentially, is what I can take from it. Like none of these guys like cracking atoms in their spare time, from what I can tell. They're not like overly intelligent. Like, it's just like they're built for this one thing. Like, they're not afraid to like die, essentially. And they're extremely strong and willing to do things that are, and they probably get really hard as a rock off the fucking death experience, the near-death experience. I mean, I'm a couch guy myself. I enjoy watching it. It's the act of it's not for me. And I just think like people are like, well, if you ever stood next to El Capitan and you saw it, you'd be really fucking blown away. I'm like, I'm pretty blown away. Like, tell me he's just hanging off a fucking mountain, making like jumps across with no ropes. Like, I get it. Like, it's pretty fucking insane. I just don't know that the risk reward is worth it. That said, as I get older, I'm kind of like, what? Fuck that. Let them do whatever the fuck they want, because life is short anyways. And what's the difference? In the course of time, in the course of the fucking annals of this universe, if Alex Honnold or Dean Potter die at 42 years old or 72 years old, it doesn't fucking matter. And in a way, your immortality is probably slightly better. That's the funny thing, though. Nobody will remember. Like, I remember seeing a thing about Eddie Murphy where like they were like asking him why he doesn't do as much content anymore. I think this is pre-COVID, or like stand up. And he's like, dude, in 200 years, like nobody's gonna know who the fuck Eddie Murphy is, like at all. So like, I thought that was kind of a good point. It's like, so I'll just do what the fuck. He's rich. Do what the fuck Eddie Murphy wants to do. Like the fuck, do what Alex Honnold wants to do. Do whatever you want to do is what I would say, unless it's drastically affecting somebody else, And by the way, if you get in a relationship with a guy who's like a fucking, I don't think anybody is in a marriage and is just like, I'm going to become a fucking psycho rock climber. It's like you're a psycho rock climber, base jumper person. And then you decide, like, then some chick meets you and then you are with her and she's probably kind of the same thing. So she gets it. So she's in for the fucking ride. You know what I mean? It's like if you're a fucking drug addict, you meet another drug addict. I mean, like there's a super hot chance that this guy's going to end up dead in a Burger King bathroom. You know what I mean? So like, I guess I don't feel that bad for those people because I feel bad, but I feel like they probably rationalize like this was a definite, they know it's a possibility. Like, it's not a shock. Like, it's like, they're just, but the documentary is unbelievable. And Alex Honnold is just so autistic and he's just absolutely dominates this Dean Potter guy at every fucking moment. Like, Dean Potter was the OG and Honnold was like, this shit's easy, basically, to Dean Potter. Now, I'm a Doc Wizard guy till the day I die. People are going to say, like, Bodies for Cheese and Doc Wizard were, souls meant to be together at some point. I would have been a great, like, cheerleader for, like, Dean Potter, you know what I mean? Who had, like, massive bipolar, you could tell, and, like, his friends basically burns every friendship he's ever had, every relationship. My type of guy, you know what I mean? Like, let's just fucking go down with the ship, What's important? What's important is fucking climbing mountains and base jumping, not friends. You know what I mean? Or friendships or love at all, apparently. Anyways, watch that documentary. It's fucking fantastic. I think you'll enjoy it. I do think that people get into different things late in life. This is coming from some fucking asshole who has a fucking podcast. Started at like 46. I mean, what am I doing with my life? But I do think it's interesting that people start shit like late in life. It's like, you're almost never going to be good at that. You have like, we're talking about something that's like technical or like music or like, whatever, rock climbing or whatever. I just think you got to be doing that shit when you're a kid. And like, that's the only way you get, if you're fine with not being good at it, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to really do anything in general that I don't think I'm decent at. And I will work to get decent at those things. You know what I mean? But like, I see some people doing shit that like they're not good at, and like, but if they enjoy it, like, I guess who gives a fuck? But then I'm gonna talk shit behind your back. And that's just how it's gonna be. I mean, it's just how it's gonna fucking be. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fucking talk shit. Like, that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Now I see people doing shit, and I'm like, but then on the other side of that coin, I see like as people get older, which I am, as I'm entering my 50th year next year. No big deal. Look like $1 million. I become friends with people who either are younger or, like we had Duck Unlimited guy on last week, Duck Republic, Tyler, the fucking man. We had a blast, by the way. That show was great. We had Michael Mondi on a couple weeks before that. Michael Mondi's 46, I think, maybe 47. Do this shit. Like, it's like, I actually went to pick up my guitar yesterday. The guy who works on my guitars. We were talking about it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is the point? Like, if you don't do it, because life is short. Like, just fucking do this shit. If you want to do something, don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about it, because it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. And even if it matters to them, that means they're sad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there that see me do content and shit, and they're like, what is this fucking kid doing? Like, idiot. You know what I mean? And I'm not even disagreeing with them. Like, they're probably right. But, like, at the same time, like, it makes me happy to do it. So, like, why wouldn't I fucking do it? You know what I mean? Like, you got to do shit that you want to do. Like, that's the bottom line. Like, if it's fucking... And, by the way, in my experience with it, like, you end up meeting new people through these things. It's like your life stops being stagnant. You know what I mean? Your life starts to move in a different direction. And that could be anything. It could be, like, joining a cornhole league, or, like, a running club, or whatever. It doesn't have to be, like, fucking so drastic, but, like, you know, just, like, getting out there and just, I don't know, there's something so refreshing about meeting new people, and, like, them being in your network of people that you know, and, you know, and it pays off in different ways. And, but more than anything, it pays off, like, internally. Like, you're fucking meeting new people, you're getting new experiences. And I've talked about this a million times. Like, you go to college and high school and meet all these new people, and then you go to work and you meet them, and then all of a sudden it stops. You know what I mean? You have kids, and you're like, fuck. You know, we talked about it last week on the show, but go out there and do something with your life, you know? Join a golf league, join whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, just go out there and fucking do shit. Like, it's good to have community. Having community is great, because life is fucking difficult and hard. And I think we all sometimes, you know, you need that new blast of fucking energy. You know what I mean? Need that directly into your fucking veins, you know? Anyways, real quick, the golf tournament is fucking less than a week away, because this is Saturday. If you're on Patreon, you want to do a sign sponsor, they're $125, and all the money goes to cystic fibrosis. If you want to golf, there still may be some spots open by the time this comes out on Tuesday. If you want to come just drink beers afterwards, the tournament should be wrapping up around 1. We're going to have some food and stuff. Come up, drink some fucking beers. It's fucking beginning of Memorial Day weekend. Smile, shake some fucking hands, kiss some fucking babies. Let's fucking go. You know? Like, you know, like, let's go. You know what I mean? Let's have a good weekend. Let's kick it off for a real one. This is going to be a good fundraising operation. By the way, thanks to Joe Ben Franklin Print Company that's doing all our stuff. BenFranklinPrintCompany.com. They've designed tons of stuff for our people at Corkers, and they're a great sponsor of ours. Also, thank you to other sponsors: Bella's Roast Beef, 1211 Osgood Street, best beefs in the game. Success Lift. I'm not wearing this fucking jacket that didn't fit me for 10 years if it's not for freaking Brian. A Success Lift. And by the way, if you're in the fucking Patreon, you're fat, which you probably are. There's a lot of fat shits in the Patreon. If I told you could pay me $1,200 and, like, tomorrow you look way better, like significantly better, you'd be like, I'll do that. Like, I would definitely do that. Well, it takes about a year, but, like, basically, like, what I'm saying is you can get there. You can fucking do it. I've done it, and I'm a piece of shit. How do you like that? That's my pitch. I'm a fucking piece of shit, and I have fucking done it. Am I all the way there? No, we're always on the path. We're always on the fucking path of fitness and health, you know? Nobody's going to just give that shit to you. You got to work for it. But I look a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better, most importantly. And I'm still fucking ripping beers. Like, not a fucking issue, you know? That can't go. I will not give up. I will, from my cold, dead hands, you will take those fucking beers, okay? Also, real quick, Misguided Spirits for this month is a sponsor, because they're sponsoring the tournament, and they're fucking awesome. Great fucking people. Like, literally, my guy James, I mean, he's the man. Big Bad James is the fucking man. And literally, their booze is the best. Their Hanky Dink vodka, all that stuff is fucking great. You got to check it out. You got to get some. I'm trying to find out. Here we go. Another little sponsor. Hold on. We're getting there. Fucking what the fuck? See, this is what you get with me. You know what I mean? This is not, you know. Okay. DiNardo Heating and Cooling, Linfield, Mass. DiNardo Heating and Cooling made a big sponsorship for this for the tournament, and we're reading their fucking ad. You need to get some shit done. You need to get shit done around the fucking house. Your AC is going to kick on soon. Are you worried? Are you concerned? Are you fucking staying up at night thinking about your fucking AC? You know what I mean? Overthinking about the things that you could be thinking about, like, does your wife actually love you? You know what I mean? Have you lived a full life? You know what I mean? Instead, you're worried about your fucking AC. You could be worried about other shit. Call Donato Heating and Cooling. All right? 617-797. 617-797-6263. We don't have our readers on right now. That makes it problematic. Anyways, check all those guys out. Bella's, This Guide Spirits, Donato Heating and Cooling, Ben Franklin Print Company, Success Lift. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but maybe I'll think about it. Okay, I got ragdolled in a fucking jewelry store. At a jewelry store. Like, absolutely fucking ragdolled. All right, let me explain the situation. Because this isn't gonna come out till Tuesday. My wife does not listen to the podcast anyway, so you're in the tree of trust, right? Trust tree. My wife's mother unfortunately passed away in March, and it was very difficult for my wife. So let me just say this. I said to my daughter the other day, I'm like, hey, what should we get, Mom? And she's like, should be something like about, Ja. That's her grandmother name. Now, I got to say this. I was like about to buy her Nike sneakers or something like that. And I'm like, I'm so dumb. Like, this is why you need a daughter. Like, having a daughter is a big plus. So I'm like, you know what? We got to do something. I said, all right. I said, let's get her like something, like a silver locket, I think like would be nice. That you could put a picture of her mom in, maybe get it inscribed or something like that. So I head up. I'm banging in and out of different jewelry stores. They got nothing. Zero. I end up at Long's. Now you go to fucking Long's, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't been jewelry shopping since Christ was a Jew, right? I just haven't. Last time I was jewelry shopping, I think it was for my wife's ring. So I walk into Long's. Now you know where you're at when you're in Long's. First thing you see is the Rolex section. You know what I mean? So we know we're not fucking around. That said, I'm like, I had seen on Long's website that they had these two lockets that were like in the, say, $250 range, right? $200 range, something like that. And I'm like, and I was going to couple this gift with something else. By the way, I got a lot of bills, got a lot of fucking kids, and paying for college. Don't judge me. So, woman comes up to me, by the way, not gonna lie, didn't hurt that she was like fucking a gas can, and I did feel like Chevy Chase and Christmas Vacation when the chick's showing him the stuff. At least I'm not a pervert, but I was just like overwhelmed by the situation. So she's like, all right, what do you want? I'm telling her what I want. I'm looking at that thing. She's like, what does she wear? And I'm like, this is where I should have shut my fucking mouth. I should have said nothing. But I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm like, actually, your mother had given her this bracelet last year. It's a David Yurman bracelet. Like, I have the perfect thing for you, like to match this. If she's going to put a picture of her mother in it. So she goes out, she gets this fucking David Yurman heart pendant, right? And now I'm like, all right, well, how much is that? She's like, she gives me a number, which was well above the number that I was looking to pay. But I'm like, you know what? My wife is the best, and she is important to me, and she's had a very tough year. So I'm like, let's fucking do it. Let's go for it. And then she says, awesome. Now we need to pick out a chain. Now, I did not realize this pendant did not come with a chain, as the other ones did. But now I just got to act like I'm a hot dick motherfucker. Because also, by the way, I'm dressed like shit. Like, I'm wearing, like, gym shorts, like a fucking absolutely tattered Vineyard Vines fucking shirt, backwards hat. Like, I look like a piece of trash from Melrose, basically, is what I look like. But now I'm like, I'm in for it. So whatever happens, I don't know how much this chain costs, but like, I got to be in for this chain. And I'm down here doing the math in my head a little bit. I'm like, all right, chain's got to be like what? Like a quarter of like what this pendant costs, I would think. You know what I mean? A boy would dream that was the case. So I'm just like, she's like, what about this one? I don't even ask for the price at this point. I'm already in. I'm already getting fucked. I'm already getting bent over, zero lube. I'm just getting fucking ragdolled. There's a line behind her of other jewelers just waiting to do it to me, I'm sure. I felt like fucking Andy Dufresne in Shawshank when the fucking sisters came for him. Like, it was just like, there was nothing he could do. There was nothing he could do. So I'm like, go up to get checked out. And like, let's just say the price of the pendant, the price of the chain pretty much matched the price of the pendant. Let's say that. And I'm just like sitting there like stunned. Like, it was like I just went 3 rounds of Sonny Liston. I'm bruised and battered, you know? And she's like, is there anything else you're looking for today? I was going to be like, you know what? While we're at it, let's throw in a fucking Submariner. Yeah, let's do that. Throw in a Rolex. And you know what? Actually, let's do a Breitling too, because I like to have a couple different options when I go out. You know what I mean? I like to have a couple different options, things that match different suits that I wear. Look at me. I'm a piece of shit. Do I need other things here today? You know what I mean? No, I don't. I need a 12-pack of Budweiser. That's what I need to offset this pain. I walked out to my truck just like I literally, like, I just got like I just came to from an MMA fucking knockout. Like, I was like, what the fuck just happened to me? Like, I just got worked, ragdolled around this fucking place, right? And anyways, and by the way, they're like, at the end, they're like, oh, you're at a good you're coming in at a good time. And I'm like, look, I was born at night, but it definitely wasn't last night. And she's like, because I don't know, this month they're doing like, or maybe it's not this month. I don't know if they always do. So she's like, basically at 10% of what you paid, you can apply towards new jewelry next month. Right? So I got like a fairly decent credit for jewelry next month. Like, now do I look like the motherfucker who needs a credit for jewelry next month? You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what? Now that I get that credit, I might as well go get that fucking diamond pinky ring I've been thinking about my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, let's get that. You know, let's get that fucking diamond pinky ring. You know what I mean? Like, we should definitely do that. That makes sense, you know? Like, what the fuck am I going to do with the fuck? Like, it's useless to me. Like, useless to me. Like, just like, let me like a fucking $30 gift card of Cappies. Like, you know, which was a fraction of the value of the card they gave me. So like I'll meet in the middle. Like, I sell this thing off and like just get like an 18-pack of Miller Lite. Anyways, you know what though? I will say this. Now that it's done, I'm glad that it happened. I think it's going to be a great gift. And I do not have to worry at all. I don't think. Is she going to be like, you kind of fucking went weak this year on Mother's Day? Now, it does set a precedent for future Mother's Days, and that's a problem. Okay? That's a problem we have, you know? By the way, when I came out of the store, I saw this guy with one of those Abe drinking shirts on. It was like a Abe Lincoln, like with like a fucking beer in his hands. It's Abe drinking. I know I've said this before on this podcast, but if the best stuff you have is on a t-shirt, like, go fuck yourself. Like, you're a fucking loser. Like, there was a guy, I was at some event recently, and he was like, he was built like a fucking little fat torpedo. And he had a shirt on that said, you'll have to excuse me, I was left unsupervised. Oh, no. Where you, wild man. You know, watch out for this fucking nerd. He's about to fucking go ham. You know, what are you going to do? Like, order a fucking double cheeseburger, you fat fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to excuse me. It was like, my wife left me unsupervised. Your wife wants to leave you because you're fucking gross. Like, you have hair coming out everywhere. Nobody wants to fuck you, ever. You're a fucking disgusting person. You know what I mean? Like imagine me being in the store and be like, this t-shirt's for me. That's why, like, when I see anybody with a shirt like that, I'm like, we can't be friends, because like, your best material is an all-day joke that you wear on your shirt. Like, you know, a joke like is funny. Like, you hit somebody with a joke, it's like, here's a good joke, right? And you tell it, and then it's like, boom, it hits. Great, right? Awesome. It's like, then it like, they might remember the joke, tell it to somebody else later, whatever. It's over. Wearing an all-day billboard joke on your fucking shirt. Like, did you see this yet? Have you guys seen this yet? Get it? This one's Ben Drankin. Get it? Ben Franklin. Ben Drankin. Get it? Dude, do yourself a favor and like, consider other options like the Tobin Bridge. You know what I mean? 2 cinder blocks a couple chains, some cuffs on your feet, Ben Drankin shirt specifically wearing, and then go right into the fucking Tobin. Right into the fucking whatever that. I don't even know what the fuck river that is, by the way. Is it the Mystic River? What do I know? You know what I mean? What do I know? Who am I even? You know? Also, by the way, some dickhead, we had a reel with Tyler go kind of pick up some steam, and it was about like hot shit. Like if you listened to the show last week, I'm sure you heard it. It was like, is there anything better than me called hot shit? Tyler had done a reel about that like 4 days before that, and Fitzy saw it, so that's why I brought it up. Some dickhead on this single dad fucking loser. Shout out to single dads out there. I could just tell because of his profile picture is a lonely fucking dad with like one kid. Like it's like kid's like, oh, we fucking this car climbed Mount Washington, dad. You know, like my dad's so kooky, you know, like my mother hates his guts. That type of dad. He wrote like, you heard this on another podcast like a couple days ago and you stole it. So maybe they stole it, motherfucker, first of all. All right. Second of all, like your kid hates your guts. He hates your fucking guts. Everybody knows it. And you're just sitting there being like, I have 87 followers on Instagram and I can't wait to tell these guys they stole some shit. You know what I mean? People steal shit from me or Tyler or Fitzy. We don't fucking steal it. All right. I'll steal your ex-wife. How you like that? You piece of shit. Guy, the worst fucking grossest beard. Like you can tell he's wearing like a DC Comics t-shirt. It's like, dude, like grow up. You know what I mean? You're 50 years old. You're alone. And, you know, you're wearing a DC Comics t-shirt, you know, and just trolling people on the internet. That's what your life is, you know? Fuck you. How you like that? Anyways, hope he listens to the show. Oh, by the way, I saw pictures. These are just, we're going off real quick. We're already at a half hour. Ernie Boch, I saw pictures of him somewhere recently with like some smoke, obviously. If you're not from Massachusetts, you won't get it. But Ernie Boch is the head of, his dad was the head. He's a Nepo fucking child. But Ernie Boch, Auto Mile. Ernie Boch owns like fucking everything, like basically down in like near the Gillette Stadium. He's a fucking geek. He's the biggest fucking pencil neck geek that's ever been in the fucking world. Ernie Boch is a loser, okay? Ernie Boch, I'll just give you like a little, I remember this specifically. This is before I knew how the world worked, right? I used to love to read the Sunday Globe, the Boston Globe, the now Rag. I used to just read the art section. That's what I would do. I would go take the art section with my parents. I'd read the art section. That's what I did. You know, Johnny Bottas with cheese or whatever my name was. You know, it's not a fucking warrior. You know, I'm more of a lover. I'm more of a maker of content, of art, and purveyor of it. Anyways, there was a huge long article of fucking Ernie Boch put together this super band and like he was recording. And by the way, his band's called Ernie and the Automatics. He owns car places. You fucking loser. It's like a fucking half-ass, half-cocked fucking blues band for absolute fucking dickheads. And he like put together a super band. It was a big fucking layout spread about Ernie and the Automatics. And now, you know, he flies them into his fucking private studio and like then they fucking cut records and like, and then I didn't realize the time, like, wow, I guess Ernie Boch's good. Like, I didn't realize that the world works like this, that people pay for play. Like the Bochs advertise for fucking Boston Globe. And now they say, hey, you got to fucking rub our back now. All right. You got to scratch Ernie's fucking gross back. He's got long hair, by the way. Look him up. Ernie Boch, Ernie and the Automatics. Band sucks. Actually, the band's good. He sucks. He's a fucking loser. I remember like we ran into him at a Phantom Gourmet Festival. And my wife was outside smoking a cigarette. She used to smoke back in the day. And she was like, he's like, oh, are you a VIP? And she's like, I don't know. I don't think so. And he's like, very important fan with a PH. Like that's kind of joke Ernie Boch's rocking out, trying to fuck my wife. You know what I mean? That's what he's doing. He's out there trying to fuck people's wives too, by the way. A lot of people know that about Ernie Boch. Piece of shit, philanderer, absolute fucking loser. And yeah, his girl is hot. You know why she's hot? Because he's gross and he's rich as fuck. And being rich as fuck will get you hot chicks. That is 100% the fact. Like that is just a fact, by the way. Like it's harder, I think, for a rich chick to get a hot guy, but like it probably happens all the time. Probably happens more than I know, but like if you're a kind of dumpy, gross guy, but you're fucking loaded, like you can get a hot chick. Like that's the bottom line, you know? Some of us out here got to work for it. You know what I mean? Some of us got to put the work in, put the time in. You know what I mean? Like just work in it, just to get good looking chicks, and some guys just have it. They got it all. You know what I mean? They get the money. God doesn't give you all gifts. As I say, he does not give you all gifts. So fuck earning the automatics. Fuck cruises. We've talked about that before. Hantavirus on this fucking cruise, by the way, like 3 people have died. I love how they're like, it doesn't really spread from people to people. I'm like 3 people are dead and a bunch of people fucking have it on this cruise. Don't go on cruises. I've said it before. I know there's people that listen to us go on cruises. Shout out Andy Regano, one of my favorite people in the world. Andy, you're a piece of trash. You're a white trash person. Going on cruises is for trash people. Okay, that's just a fact. And like, I hate being stuck anywhere. Like I was stuck in church today. Kill me. Like I hate being like, you can't leave here, like for this time duration. Like what happens good on cruises? People are just getting raped, thrown off cruises, dying, falling off them, fucking getting hantavirus. There was one where they all got stuck. I think during COVID, there was one. There was fucking the fucking poop cruise. Like where are I mean, I'm sure like 99% of the time they're great, but like I'm not ready to roll the dice on the one. I'm just not. I'm not rolling the dice on one for the hantavirus. You know what I mean? Like, think about how that sounds. By the way, like, it's from infected airborne rodent droppings. They're like, more likely it probably could have been on the ship. It's like, definitely never going on a cruise now. You know what I mean? And that fucking poor girl, Amy, whatever her name was, she got fucking the bass player from that band, like, fucking trafficked her or whatever. Like, and that's the problem, too. The way the world works now, it's like, if it was back in the day, people would still be looking for this chick. And now it's like, oh, good Netflix fucking thing. Fuck her. We're on to the hantavirus now. You know what I mean? Nobody gives a fuck. Also, the golf tournament, real quick. Like I said, if you want to come hang out afterwards, drink beers, let's do that. That's coming up. What else? I had Vrabel Rossini down here. Like, who gives a fuck anymore? Like, I mean, I don't even care if like this kid's his or who gives a shit. Like, what does that affect you? Affects him. Sucks. You know what I mean? Now, I'll say this. Monstrous philander. Jesus. I mean, we're talking about a resume on this guy. Like, I'm afraid to follow people on Instagram. This motherfucker's like, he just sauntering around. Maybe they were in love. I mean, I feel like at that point, like if they were in love, they should just be like, yeah, we were in love. I gotta leave this relationship, and then it is what it is. I mean, it sucks. It's not great. It's a fucking very difficult situation, but honestly, fuck it. Doesn't affect me at all. I don't really care. By the way, for the Patreon people, you're getting this today, which is Saturday. But we're not gonna have a Patreon episode, obviously, because we couldn't all get in the same room this week, Mother's Day, all that shit. You know how it goes. I am. What else? We were talking with Mike Amondi about food stuff, like because he's a food guy. Cooper Shop cheese, which is the cheese that everybody's coming their pants to lately. American cheese, I guess, but it's different. Melts better, I guess. It sounds like some kid who raped a girl at like Phillips Andover, like Cooper Sharp. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's why I don't like it. Like, it's like, sounds like some child of privilege who, like, you know, his daddy's got his lawyer in his pocket. Fucking, he's going to get him off this fucking one, you know? Like, I hear Cooper Sharp. I'm like, just give me Land O'Lakes. Like, I don't need to fuck Cooper Sharp. Now, that might change when I have Cooper Sharp. I might come around to Cooper Sharp. How many times do you say Cooper Sharp in one fucking, like, this is ridiculous. But, I'm a Land O'Lakes guy. I'm going to say that. I'm a Land O'Lakes guy. I've been a Land O'Lakes guy since the day I was fucking born. And I'm going to stay with Land O'Lakes. I do like that. I'm making a proclamation there that I'm staying with fucking Land O'Lakes. All right? I'm not leaving them. They're not leaving me. We're good together. By the way, somebody asked me offline, who's a listener of this show, who has a podcast, how do you get sponsors? It's a great question. We could use some more sponsors on this podcast. But in general, the way we've gotten them in the past is they ask us, like, what is the sponsor like? So I'm actually a poor salesman. I'm good once I get in the pocket. Once I get in the pocket and you ask me, I can close deals. I mean, I can close it. But I'm not good at getting to the deal part. You know what I mean? I'm a great closer. Poor, what do they call it? Not networker. I'm a poor speaker. Poor order. That's first of all. Yeah, I'm not great at lead generation. You know what I mean? I'm great at closing though. Once I'm in the closing spot, I just don't want to hear the no's along the way, which is ironic because that's what I do for work. But yeah. So, all right, this is what you got. 35 minutes of one man's rambles. I hope everybody's Mother's Day is great. Or was great if you're hearing this on Tuesday. I hope that was great for everybody. It's an important day. Mothers are the fucking real shit in the world. To be honest with you, fathers are great, but like we have our job, but like the moms are the fucking real deal. It just what it is. You're never gonna have another mother. That's what I always say to my mother. You're never gonna have another mother. Time is but a virtue. Time is of but a virtue, as Josh Riley would say. We got some good guests coming up soon, by the way. We've been on a heater with guests, but we got some good. We're gonna bring back some of the classics. We got Josh the Ironworker is gonna be coming back on very soon. The youngest. Oh, by the way, my son let's go into this for a second. My son's on a fucking thing. You ever want to be like? I'm not saying like I don't ever beg to be young again. Like I don't like. I'm not one of those people who's like, if I could go back in time, if I could be young again, I would have done this. I never think that way at all. I'm actually very happy to be the age I am. Like I'm like, don't feel like I'm running out of time, at all. I feel like people think that way. They talk about that. It's like, all right, well, like, whatever. Like, I mean, you could die tomorrow, so then you have no time. So I guess it doesn't matter. That said, my son is in the zenith right now. Like he's in this Goldilocks fucking area right now of his life where this is his last 3 weekends. Last night he went to Shane Gillis with all his boys, right? They had a blast. Basically, America's older brother, Shane Gillis, for white kids. They then next Friday's his prom, going to a party afterwards. And then the week after that, he's put a team in for my golf tournament. Him and 3 of his friends were great kids. They're playing an adult golf tournament, taking a day off, and they're getting charity fucking credit for it, these little fuckers, because it's for a charity. So they're getting like community service, playing a golf tournament. He's like, I said to him, like, there'll be moments where you're like, this is a nice run for you. You know what I mean? It's a nice little run of like good shit happening. You know what I mean? Fun ass shit is happening for you right now. Remember that, because that's a fun part of life. You know what I mean? And I just have to say, I keep it going. Like Maggie said, my wife said, she's like, oh, how's Brendan doing? She's like, I am. She's like golf tournament's going on. They just did the comedy show. Like, yeah, do shit. It's fun. Talk to people. Have fun with them. You know what I mean? Like, enjoy. Come to Pull in the Cork events. By the way, shout out to a guy I know who listens. I don't think I said it on the show. Tom Corkery, who is a guy who found the podcast just because of the name Pulling the Cork. Great dude. Came to one of my shows at Twisted Fate. We got to chat it up a little bit. I didn't get to spend a lot of time with at the comedy show because we kind of running all over the place, but came there with his girl, I think. What a fucking great guy. That's what I'm talking about. Spread the love, create the community. We're never going to make any money doing this. We're never going to make any money. We're making like below minimum wage to do this show. But the community pays for it. That's what happens. The love, community, the love. Go with love this week. You know what I mean? Go with love. So yeah, fuck church. Watch The Dark Wizard. Fuck Ernie Boch. And his band. Had another thing, but I'll save that. Bravel, who cares? Let's give him a pass. And then fuck Cooper Shop Cheese. I like that. All right, peace. Bye.